As the season turns colder and the flowers in our courtyard begin to fade, I find myself wanting to cozy up our little house for winter. I've never been one to decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving, although that has changed a bit since becoming a blogger. But I do start to add things to our home that will make it feel cozy and serve as the base layer of our Christmas decor. It's all very neutral: white, wood, greenery, and metals. I find this is an easy way to decorate during this season. I can add more Christmassy colors after Thanksgiving and then take them away again in January, and we are still left with our winter base layer. A fragrant simmer pot on the stove is a perfect way to set the mood for cozy homemaking. My fall simmer pot recipe is in a recent video, and I'll be sharing a winter version soon too. I got the oven heating for the oranges I was about to start drying. I wanted to get an early start on it as it takes a few hours. There are so many ways to use dried oranges in the winter: garlands, wreaths, gifts. All you need to do to dry them is just slice them thinly, lay them on a parchment-lined baking sheet, and bake them at a very low temperature for several hours. I actually don't even set my oven to bake. I use the warming feature, and that does the trick without browning them too much. And then it pretty much took all day to dry them, and I turned off the oven and let them finish overnight in the residual heat. To cozy up the kitchen, I began by gathering these little wreaths I got at the Target dollar spot. I cut strips of an old white sheet to hang them, and then I gave all the cabinets a good wipe down because wow, did they need it. Mini adhesive hooks on the back side of each cabinet door work really great for hanging wreaths. You'll notice I hung them upside down so they would hold the ribbon. I really love the cozy but neutral cottage feel that the wreaths add to my kitchen. Vintage crocks are great for holding almost anything, and little wintry trees are just perfect in them. Next to it, I added a thrifted cookie jar that I painted a light snowy blue. It used to be multicolored, which was okay, but not really my style. I feel like the blue fits in much better here. This little vintage print usually rests over my stove, and I was almost inclined to keep it up, but my gingerbread sign was calling to me. It's a little more Christmas, but that's okay. You can tell me below which one you would have put here. I keep more adhesive hooks on the windows above my church pew year-round. I'll often hang seasonal wreaths there, just like these little white berry wreaths. A vintage quilt adds instant coziness to any space. This one was an estate sale find and is hand embroidered with Bible verses. Although I love this one a lot, I'm still on the lookout for a bolder blue and white quilt for this space. This video should probably really be titled, "How many wreaths can Melissa hang in her house?" But what can I say? I like wreaths. When we removed our shears from the living room, I intentionally kept the double curtain rod up just so I could do this for winter. I used neutral gingham ribbon to hang these pretty wreaths in our windows, and I feel like they add so much charm to the room. Above our black vintage bench in the family room, I keep a gallery wall of seasonal botanical prints. They're all from my blog or my Etsy shop if you're looking for some. These particular wintry prints are available as a freebie on my blog, and you can find the link in the video description below. To make things easy, I store all my prints in the frames and just rotate the current season to the front. That way I don't have to try to store them somewhere else. I moved on to cozying up our master bedroom by changing the sheets to my favorite flannel ones. I found them at Costco a few years back. They're a soothing green plaid and just so cozy. I also decided to lighten things up in this room by removing the basket wall above our bed. It was beginning just to feel really heavy, so I decided to switch it out for a simple seasonal wreath. Big surprise, right? I made this one last year out of a grapevine wreath form and some flocked Christmas tree picks from Home Depot. Add in a little ribbon, and there we go. The antique windows above my sideboard also get a wreath each season. I wanted to keep the decor on here really neutral for now, so I pulled out a vintage mixing bowl that was my mom's and put a sweet little tree in it. Then just a simple arrangement of white ironstone for now until I decide what more I want to do. The last thing I did for now was to drape this garland over the top of the piano. I found it at Hobby Lobby the other day, and it's really nice and realistic looking. I'm sure I'll be doing more with this space and all the others in our home, but for now I'm letting the house breathe and adjust to its wintry change. Stay tuned for part 2 of my cozy neutral winter decor and see how I dress it up a little bit more for Christmas. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching.